Welcome back to another Spirit Island video. In this video, we'll be doing some Wildfire into England level 1. This is the first video of our playthrough series where we will be playing different spirits into each individual level of England. Just reviewing the rules again. We got England level 1, and it says, oh, actually, let's make this a little bit nicer. There we go. Okay. And it says that invaders build actions affect lands without invaders if there are at least 2 towns or cities before the build action. So what does that mean? So if, for instance, they are building in this wetlands here, and even though there are no invaders in this land, because that land is adjacent to at least 2 buildings, one here on B1 and 2 on B6, there will still be a build in that B1. And that is England level 1 rules. In addition, there is a loss condition that says if there are 7 or more buildings in a single land, the invaders win. And then also comes with escalation, which on each board with buildings, build in the land with most buildings. So basically, this escalation is going to further push the loss condition here. Okay. And we are going to be playing Wildfire. We're going to start in that highest sands here. And the starting explorer will be sands. Okay. So the trick here with Wildfire, and Wildfire is pretty interesting in this matchup. Within the first couple levels, level 1 all the way up until level 4, even level 5, it's a pretty, well, actually 1 through 4, it's a pretty solid matchup. Now, as soon as you get to England 5, Wildfire really begins to have issues, and that's because England 5 adds extra health onto all buildings. And that can really hurt with your really hurts your ability to kill buildings. So, and then level 6 also hurts because it increases the fear pool and then can cause double builds if you can't get enough fear. And that really hurts players, especially if they're in a multiplayer setting and there's adjacencies. So looking at this board, we're going to use our innate on B5 to clear this. We're going to choose to grow into my B4 here. And then the following turn, I'll choose to grow into my B6, and I'll be able to, not B6, I'll be able to grow into a different land, and I'll kill some buildings then. And we'll be playing Asphyxiating Smoke this turn. We're going to place a presence from bottom track, trying to move towards 2 plays. We're going to choose G3, 1, 2, 1 energy because I have a single fire flipped up. And we're going to put this presence into my B4. I'm growing into my B4 because I want to access a land with Blight so I can easily use my left innate there. I'm going to use my left innate right over here on B5, killing this Explorer, and I'm going to stop the build here because there's no adjacent builds. Now, if I were playing a higher level of England, there should be a city on land B1, so there still would be this build in B5. I'm going to be playing Asphyxiating Smoke this turn. The idea is I'm going to either kill the town on B3 or the town on B6. Skipping the first event, build sands, and explore our mountains. And I'm going to opt to choose to kill the town on B6. Basically, I'm just trying to create a nice little pocket here. I'll kill this town here. I'll grow into B7, and then I'm hoping to either draft a defense card for my B3 next turn, or I'm hoping that Dahan will get Dahan defense. So let's do Asphyxiating Smoke. I get 1 fear, destroy a town. We'll destroy the town on the wetlands. Time passes. Now I could have opted to destroy this town here on B3, but like I said, I'm chancing a defend. I'm chancing a event. So we're going to choose G2 here, getting a minor, growing from bottom track, and there is a defend, though it is not the defend we can use with favor. We also grabbed Rolling Bog, another defend, but as well, really can't use this card because I don't have a sacred site near that land. Usually when you play Wildfire, you want to play cards that have Fire Plant, and Rolling Bog is exactly what we want here. It's 0 cost Fire Plant. Favor also has some value. It costs 1. It still has the plant, so plant is more important on Wildfire than fire, which is kind of funny. Territorial also may have some texture because I can add that strife to B2. Really, it depends. If I grow into my B7 and then I can grow into B2 next turn. Yeah, okay. So I'm just going to grow into my B7 here. Killing this Explorer, I'm going to push this Dahan. We're going to push it to B5 here. Actually, we'll push it to B6. And that's with my special rule. I'm going to grab Rolling Bog just because it's that 0 cost on element defend. And I do not want to play any cards this turn because it does not benefit me. I can't really utilize any cards at all. And part of the reason why I don't need to play any cards is these cards just don't do anything for me. I could have drafted Territorial Strife, and then I could be playing that this turn, but I'm planning on just growing into B2 next turn, killing this anyway. So don't think it will matter. Events, hoping for Dahan Defend, Numinous Crisis. Well, this is the Dahan Defend, but this is a redraw per my rules. And we have Putting Down Roots. On an inland land, replace one explorer with a town. We cannot do that. Stricken, and then drive off the interlopers. Each player pushes a town explorer from the land with Dahan. Sure, we're going to push this town out into B4. So it looks like our Blight did get saved. Ravage, build mountain, and then we do not build on B7. And the explorer is jungle. And we do not need to explore in B8 because there's no source. Time passes. So we're going to grow again from, well, I was planning on growing from bottom track here. But I may actually not do that. So if I go with the fire, I can get 2 damage here. The problem is I need to use the Flame's Fury here. I guess we just grow there and then we isolate this. Yeah, okay. So we'll grow from top track here. We'll choose our G3. 1, 2, 3, 4. So 4 energy. We're going to grow this presence into my B2, doing 2 damage there and adding a blight. We will then be playing the Flame's Fury. No. Do we need Flame's Fury? Could do these two. Or I could actually do Roiling Bog here. Just debating if I want to isolate this land here. I think we do. It's still going to build a ton because of the England escalation next turn. Yeah, unfortunately, we're just 1 shy. I could, instead of growing from top track, grow from bottom track. Killing this, they'll build here. Now, I think we just clear out B2 and then we just let B6 kind of build up a little bit, or B4 build up a little bit. Instead of playing Roiling Bog, I could play Threatening Flames. So Flame's Fury, we gain an energy, plus 1 damage on all of our abilities. We're going to use our left innate, doing 3 damage, killing this land here. And then we use Threatening Flames, 2 fear, and then we can push this town out. I'm going to opt to push it over here into B3, just minimizing adjacencies. They'll still build here, but that's okay. That's with Threatening Flames. Vents. Lesser Spirits. I could pay how many plant? I need 2. We'll just discard Rolling Bog to pay for it. I destroy a presence. Boom. And I get a permanent element. We're going to grab plant. Having 3 plant is critical on Wildfire because it lets us upgrade that left innate. We get to push a beast. 1 fear. And then Dahan gather into a land with Dahan sub-symbols will gather into B1 here. Fear card. Replace a town with 2 explorers. 1 fear. We are almost there. We got 4 fear left. And that does nothing. Okay. Mountain Ravage, Jungle Build. The Explorer is Wetland with an escalation. And reviewing what that escalation is, we're going to build in the land with the most buildings, and we're going to build into our B4 here. We now have our right innate. If target land has 2 blight, remove a blight, or I can just remove a blight. I'm going to opt to remove my blight from my B5. It's very important not to remove blight. It's not important to remove blight from lands where you want to use that left innate. Remember that left innate requires blight. So removing blight in my B4 would be a problem. We're going to G1 reclaim here. getting a minor. We're going to be playing Flames Fury. And we'll also play Threatening Flames. Oh, and they actually do not explore in B1. Go. And it does not matter what card we pick here. We'll use Flames Fury on ourselves, 1 energy. We're going to use our left innate. Because we have the extra plant, we get to do even more damage. So it's going to be doing 4 damage because we have 4 fire, plus 1 from Flames Fury, so 5 damage, killing all of this. And then we have Threatening Flames, 2 fear, pushing this Explorer out, and that is GG. So a very solid first game into England 1. Remember, England 1 is not so much different compared to just base game. You're just trying to minimize those adjacent builds. It really didn't matter for us this game, but it will matter once we play England level 2, once there's the 2 extra buildings here and here. So if you like this video, like, subscribe for more content. I'll see you guys in the next video.